I pre-recorded an announcement last week, and it took me like a half hour just to spit out 90 seconds of stuff. Because there's no easy way to say this. There are things that I've mentioned on stream before, to kind of reiterate some things and give the correct kind of context here. I've been basically watching my father die in slow motion for the past 7 years. He's had COPD this entire time. In March of 2015, so we're on our way to the 7-year anniversary of it. He almost died on the job when a pneumonia attack hit him really hard. He spent a week, like more than that, maybe 2 weeks in the hospital, but they brought him back, and he's been in a deteriorating state ever since, because that's how COPD is. COPD, once it starts, there's no going back. There will be degradation of the lungs that marches forward no matter how many medicines or treatments or anything else is ever done to a person. He had a couple more scares back in 2019 and 2020, but otherwise has held on as well as someone in his condition can. And so what's coming up here is a time that I have been anticipating. It was a thing where I always knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. My dad has been working a lot for the past about 6 months with his doctors at the VA hospital. And they couldn't quite get him on the lung transplant list, but they did find a way. They did figure out that he was eligible for a special major procedure that can augment his lungs and buy him a few more quality years where he might not even have to constantly be on oxygen anymore. And he has to fly from here in Arizona to Wisconsin to start those treatments on March 7th. Because I have medical power of attorney for my father, I just signed up for FMLA today. I'm going with him. I'm quitting my life. I'm putting absolutely everything aside. It'll be me in I'm probably just going to be living in a hotel room, according to what I've been told by the caseworkers at the VA. I'm going to be holed up in Wisconsin near the VA hospital for all of March at the very least, and definitely some of April. It's not going to be easy, obviously, because I will be incredibly limited. I will have to make sure that I am Johnny on the spot for whatever the doctors need, whatever the hospital needs, whatever my dad needs, as he goes through the procedure, gets his treatment, and then recovers. Because you can't exactly just chuck him back to Arizona as soon as the surgery is done. You got to keep him over there under the watchful eye of those lung specialists to make sure that he's on track to healing the right way. So yeah, that means no streams, no me. All of whatever entertaining output that you've come to know and love from me, all of that is being put on hold. I'll definitely be able to check in. I'll still be able to have, you know, little bits and pieces there on Discord, but yeah, all of this has to stop for a while. As I've said before, I say it most streams. I feel like I say it most streams anyway. Twitch always comes second. Everything else in your life comes first. Nourish your soul, nourish your body, nourish your mind. Make sure that the people closest to you are doing okay, and then come to Twitch. There's surely something to be said for someone, you know, who is putting their own livelihoods, their own personal health at risk just to be here. So please never do that. And you know, rest assured, with this having gone on for as long as it has, and especially, you know, the 3 near-death experiences that my dad has had, I promise you, I've gone through all the emotions. I've processed a whole shitload of them. I don't need to go anyone for comfort. I promise you, I've been down this road so many times where it feels like we're on death's doorstep, and we're doing it again here. And it's one of those, you know, it's one of those gambles that I feel like has to be taken, because the way that my dad has been deteriorating, I don't think any of us saw him making it out of 2022. And so with this procedure here, it's like, well, things could go very right. Things could stay the same, or he might not make it out of the procedure. Now, all those evaluations the past few months are to make sure that he did get out of, or to make sure within reasonable limits that he's going to make it out of the procedure just fine. So we hope they're giving us the best statistical probability of that to happen. And I think that one of those quotes that always sticks with me, and I know obviously it's just a TV show, but there's still some truth to it. Was from Scrubs, where there was some episode the characters were talking about how everything they do is a stall. Nothing is going to make things perfect. Nothing is going to restore life forever. No one's going to come out feeling 15, 20 years younger. All we're doing is trying to buy people time. And with what's happening here, it's, you know, this is, you know, we all thought about it, you know, Dad especially, and this is the risk we're all willing to take. So yeah, that's the news right now. So I'm trying to conjure up one good final going away stream for Saturday, March 5th. Subject to change, because things might, you know, things could shuffle around a whole lot as I get more news from my dad and his doctors. So we'll certainly see how it goes, and you know, I'll provide updates as I can whenever appropriate.